Joey Reason, Piggly Blue Shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joey Reason, Piggly Blue Shop. Pickle time is happening.
Hey, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Pickle and Bush Shop.
That sound like Little John?
Definitely. I thought it was a sound effect.
What?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yours was so horrible, it was better.
What?
Yeah, that was real bad, but I liked it.
It was worse.
So you're sick. We're recording this now. And you have something you want to ask me about Cher.
Yeah, you said right there that I'm going to see Cher.
Yeah. So Heidi, when we got married, I think I told you guys this already, but the day is finally coming where Heidi, whenever she has too much to drink, which is rare, whenever she has too much to drink, she starts singing Cher songs. And when I say Cher songs, I mean one Cher song.
Is it?
She puts on a long black wig, which is crazy because wherever she is, she'll suddenly pull this wig out and put it on. And then she also has a microphone, this gold microphone that amplifies. So she doesn't need to be doing karaoke. She could just sing into this gold microphone and she goes, "Do you believe in life after love?" And she sings the whole thing. So when she's been drinking, that is the cherry on top right there. And people love it. People love it. And they try to get her to that point whenever she's at these get-togethers.
I can see that as being a motivation to have a get-together.
Yeah. And so for our wedding, what better wedding gift than her coworkers got her 2 tickets to the Cher show, which is like, it was on Broadway and now it travels off Broadway and it travels around to different cities. And it's 3 women who play different decades of Cher's life.
No way.
And it's a musical that, like, I thought it was like I thought we were going to see like a tribute band.
Yeah.
Like I thought we were going somewhere and like a drag queen was going to be singing Cher songs.
It's a musical and it's got a plot and everything.
Yeah. So it's like her life through this musical. And then obviously each decade is played by a different woman and obviously the songs are sung. So that's what we're going to see.
Married to Sonny Bono. She gets beat up by Ike Turner.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
Yep. And so
she runs for Congress.
Yeah. Yep. She was the ball turret gunner on the Enola Gay.
Yep. She invented daylight savings time.
Yeah. So her coworkers get her for her wedding 2 tickets to this show, which is in Toledo. Then they also get us a hotel room to go to this show.
Yo.
So now from a wedding gift, we're committed now. I have to take a day off of work to go to this show. But here's the thing. You guys have heard on the show how we like ship watching. There's the Toledo shipyards. There's also Tony Paco's. So we are going down. We're taking this. We're going to do this, night of a hotel and seeing the Cher show. And we're going to turn it into 2 days of kind of just having some fun in Toledo. And so I'm looking forward to it. But it is in April 15th. So that's coming up.
It's coming on up. That's exciting.
I'm coming up, so you're ready. What's that?
Do you enjoy the Tony Paco's?
I
like
love
it?
Tony Pacos.
So good.
I think it's one of
It's the
those
best.
things that, like in Detroit, obviously we've talked about on the show, we have our Conies. I think I
Yeah.
like Tony Pacos more because there's not one around here. So it's
There's just one.
the special occasion of it. I'm sure if you
Yeah.
live in Toledo, I'm sure you're not eating Tony Pacos once a week, or you take pride in it like how we take pride in our Coney dogs, but I'm sure people aren't eating them weekly. But I love it, so I can't wait to go down there. I'm also going to grab some Yingling, couple of cases of Yingling to bring back. So
Mhm.
I'm excited. We're gonna make a nice 2 days out of it.
You gonna go to a Mud Hens game?
No,
Okay.
Reese, I'm gonna be honest with you,
I-
man.
3
With
5/3
every
field.
passing day, I like baseball less and less and less. And
Joe,
I already don't like baseball, but like it's
I don't wanna
getting
hear
worse and
this.
worse. What's that?
I don't like the words coming out of your mouth.
Like last year when the Tigers like did this miracle run,
Mhm.
I could not get into it. I couldn't get into it. Like I love going to a baseball game. Like I love going to a Tigers game. I love being there, but I can't watch it on television. I can't listen on the radio. I could maybe name 3 Tigers. Maybe.
Alan Trammell, Kurt Gibson, Chester Lemon.
Yeah.
See, I
I
just
think there's
named
a
3 right there.
Spencer Torkelson. I
Uh-huh.
think there's a No, that's all I got, man. Pitchers. So we had
That
somebody
are-
who I
that
think
current
got
Tigers.
like a
Is that what we're saying?
what's that?
I don't follow baseball now either, but I'm not going to be like, I don't care. Like if the Tigers do well or if the Rockies do well, I'll get very excited. I will
I just-
become their fan.
I can't. Maybe it'll change, but like where I am right now, I just in the summer when I turn on the radio and it's Tiger baseball, like I want to listen to something, like turn on sports talk, but it's Tiger baseball. I'm like, I mean, maybe I'll get to that point because I used to be like that with golf too, and now I absolutely love golf. Love it.
Okay.
Love it,
I
love it,
can't.
love it. So I don't know if like maybe baseball will come back. Like when I was a kid, I loved baseball. I loved playing baseball, baseball cards. I love baseball video games.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever
I
play
could
baseball
never-
video games?
Yeah.
What was the best one you ever
It's
played?
way more exciting than actual baseball.
Yeah. What's the best baseball game you ever played? Mine was Baseball Stars. Remember that one?
I don't remember that. No.
Baseball Stars for Nintendo.
MLB. Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
play that.
MLB was garbage graphics.
Yeah.
Baseball Stars was so awesome, and it had like Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth,
Oh,
Sandy
really?
Koufax. It was so cool.
Chet Lemon.
That was a fun game. So
So you're going to share, and I teased this that I went on Sunday. Kara, her sister was like, "Yeah, we're going to see Golden Girls live." And Kara looks it up. She's like, "Would you want to go to this? It's $25." And I'm thinking it's like a local theater, and it's like people putting on like a play of the Golden Girls. It was like a traveling Broadway show. It was in the Capital One Center, which is like, I guess in Tyson's Corner, which they call Tyson's. They always correct you, even though the name of the town is Tyson's Corner. But you know it's Tyson's. And so to throw them off, I just call it the corner. And they're like, what? I like to mess with them. But they're
Yeah, no,
like,
it
yeah,
sounds great.
it's in Tyson's. Tyson's, like the chicken, I say intermittently. But then we went to this thing. It's like a traveling Broadway show. They do the Golden Girls. So it's like 5 dudes who are dressed up in drag, who are dead nailing the Golden Girls. Like the voices.
Gross.
Oh man, it was so rad. It was so good.
That sentence was hard to take in.
Uh,
5
it-
dudes dead nailing
Wait.
the Golden Girls.
Yeah, okay. That maybe I could rephrase. They were they were acting as the Golden Girls in drag and just nailing it. Like just the voices were good, like amazing, the mannerisms good. And then what was funny is like it was kind of raunchy. Like the idea is that the Golden Girls, Dorothy and Blanche have created a dating app for seniors called Creakin'. And so like they're trying to work this and they're getting rich. So it's like the Golden Girls in modern times, but it's like
Okay.
the set looked like their same apartment. Their costuming was the same. And these guys acted like them. And every once in a while they just break that third wall and they'd be like, Dorothy was like getting kind of animated and her earring fell off. And the Blanche character just goes, "You lost your earring, bitch." And it was just, or they just be like, kind of commenting on their each other acting, and they'd break character for a second, and it was hilarious. It was so funny.
What was it called?
It's called Golden Girls Live.
Oh.
It is amazing. So it's touring around. It's supposed to be through here, like in Charlottesville. But it's really funny. Really funny. Like if you like the Golden Girls, you should go see it. It's amazing. Yeah. Sonny, our guitar player, loves the Golden Girls, and he got offended because he didn't want to ruin his memory of the Golden Girls. It would be like if the only thing that would be
Golden Girls.
worse for him is Alf Live, because he loves Alf.
Golden
And
Girls, it's the greatest theme song of any show ever.
Yeah.
I absolutely love, like, it is that and Charles in Charge.
Yeah. Small Wonder? No, it's in the top 10.
Small
Girls,
Wonder, how did that
for
one
sure.
go?
Dang it, dude. I was like,
Small Wonder was like the little girl that was like a robot, right?
yeah. It was on
Okay.
Saturday mornings. You have to look it up.
Or
Kids,
Punky
look it up.
Brewster.
Oh man, that was good.
So because this is what people are paying for, let's get into some good stuff.
Different strokes.
Let's
Top
talk
10.
about artists that we've played with that did dick moves that need to be known.
Yeah, we've probably talked about half of these that we're going to talk about again, but like I was thinking about it and I was like, I'm going to add this to the paid thing.
So talk to me about this.
Well, you did mention to Eric the taking of the meat
Yes.
from Plank Guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking of, somebody was posting like a thing about Jennifer Knapp and how great she is. And like, I think it is great that Jennifer Knapp is out of the closet, that she is like come out as a lesbian, and that she's still like reaching people for the Lord. She's still singing about the Lord, and kind of I don't have any problem with her music. However, we played this festival called the Power of One, I think it was called, and it was in Memphis. And it was one of these festivals that was like, did you ever play those festivals where somebody got a lot of money, like somebody hit the lottery or a millionaire gave up some money and was like, yeah, you guys, I'll bankroll this. And there was like no advertising. Like it was like you playing on this giant stage to 50 people.
Yes.
We had a couple of those, and this was one of them. So, we're guy was really cool that put it on, and there was no one there, and we were supposed to be headlining, I guess, on this night. So it's in Memphis. It's like, far for us, but not far from people, for people from Nashville. And I think that was part of their thing, is they could get people from Nashville pretty cheap. They could just drive up. Jennifer Knapp had to take a tour bus. So like, I'm just going to tell you what happened and let you make your own decisions about these people and their character. But like, the promoter takes us to a Chinese restaurant, which is next to the festival. It's like, there's a strip mall kind of a couple blocks away behind the festival. And I want to tell you, my spidey sense was tingling. Like, I was like, oh, we're going to Chinese food in Memphis, Tennessee. This is going to be good. It was actually one of the best Chinese restaurants I've ever been to. It was really good. Like comparable with like San Francisco or New York. So good. Really authentic, really good. Meanwhile, he keeps getting calls on his cell phone, and it's Jennifer Knapp's manager. And it's like 2 p.m. We don't go on till 9, and she's supposed to go on before us. I don't know if she's supposed to go on 2 bands before us or right before us. But they're like, hey, I just want you to know Jennifer wants to play. First call is like, Jennifer wants to play. She wants the headline. And the guy's like, he's handling it pretty well. Like, he also sees that his festival is not really doing as well as he wanted it to be. There might be 1,000 people there, Joe, but it was like way, way overproduced. Like, I hope he didn't lose his shirt. I hope somebody gave a lot of money and whatever. I hope a lot of people came to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. However, in this scenario, there's the manager of Jennifer Knapp keeps calling. Have I told this story? I don't think I have.
No, you haven't.
Good.
I'm listening with bated breath.
The first one is, and we're sitting there watching him take these calls because he's a cool dude. He's hanging out with us.
Cool dude.
We're
He's a
eating
real
Chinese
righteous
food.
dude.
Yeah. Like, okay. Okay, well, that's not what it was advertised as, so we'll see you when you get here. He hangs up and tells us, that was weird. That was Jennifer Knapp's manager. He said they wanted a headline. And we're just like, okay, cool. What'd you tell her? And he's like, yeah, I just told him we'll see you when they get here. You guys are headlining. Good, like, don't worry about it. We're like, oh, all right. So we keep eating our Chinese food. Call comes like another 10 or 15 minutes later. He's a little bit more upset. He's got to get up from the table, walk around a little bit, talking to his phone. Comes back and he's like, hey, they just pulled off the side of the road. They pulled the tour bus over and they said they're just going to wait there until I call them back and tell them they're going to headline. And, we're like, shit, like, what's going to happen, man? We're waiting for him to be like, hey guys, do you mind if this happens? Like, do you mind if we just give it to him? Cause this is going to mess everything up. And he's like, I don't even know what to do with this. Like, we've got the posters, the t-shirts and everything. Like, you guys are headlining. I've talked to,
he's like, there's tens of people here.
Tens of people here to see Five Iron Frenzy. I'm not going to mess with that. He wasn't even asking us, like, never like, guys, do you think maybe? He was just like starting to get incensed. And we're like, cool. This is cool.
What a great word you just used. That was great. That made me laugh.
So he calls him back and he's like, I'm sorry, we can't move the festival around. You know, like everything is already set up. They've already sound checked and stuff. Just get here when you get here. We'll figure it out. Goes like another, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes till we're like getting out of there, and he gets another call. And it's the same thing. They're like, we are not coming until you put Jennifer Knapp as the headliner. And this has colored since then, like, my opinion of Jennifer Knapp. Like, I don't know how many people were on that tour bus, but I'm sure the tour manager was like, guys, let's tell them we pulled over. Okay. And we're not going any further until they move you to the headline. I'm really sorry, guys. We'll get this. We'll get you there. We're going to get you headlining. Like, what is the point of this? Number one.
Yeah. So did they end up showing up?
For 1,000 people, they showed up. Everybody in that band, Jennifer Knapp, they wouldn't look at us. They were so pissed. But he just told them, he was like, I don't care if you come or not, but like, this is the thing. And if you don't show up, then you owe me whatever advance they gave him. He's like, you're going to owe me $10,000 or whatever.
Gee.
So you decide. He just played hardball and he was like, I'm not playing that.
That is
a cool
awesome.
dude. Yeah.
That's really awesome.
But it was just weird. And like, and then after that, I never really heard about Jennifer Knapp much until she came out of the closet, which we were all just like, yeah, we know. We know. But like, then everybody's like celebrating how brave she is. And that to me, it was like, I was like, yeah, but I've got a story to tell.
But see, whenever I think of like people, there's a few people we've talked about on this show that like, you know, pulled some dick moves with us.
Yeah.
There was Alan Aguirre. You know, he was a pretty good jerk to us back then. We've since talked about it and like laughed about it and whatnot, but he wasn't the greatest guy that I ever met.
Yeah.
Some people would say something here, say something there. But like, as far as doing stuff, I think I was like the dick because
Oh, no.
yeah, just kind of going over some stories I'm sure we've touched on in the past, but like Chevelle was playing and their guitar player Joe, or their bass player Joe, was like, I need something to drink. And so like they're playing and he always played with the shirt off. He's dripping with sweat. He's like, I need something to drink. Will you get me a Coke? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get you a Coke. So he's like yelling off the side of the stage at me. I go, yeah, I'll get you a Coke, 1 sec. So I go back and I grab a cup, put some ice in it, and I grab a can of Coke. And while I'm grabbing the can of Coke, I see on the table, there's a big bowl of black olives. And so I set the can of Coke back down and I emptied all the black olive juice into the cup with ice.
It's so gross, man.
And so then I took that back out and gave it to him. He's like, just put it on my amp. So I set it on his amp and then he's playing. They get through like another song and he goes over and he's dripping with sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And he grabs this ice cold, it's got condensation on the side, ice cold glass that he thinks he's just going to throw down some Coke, and gets about 3 gulps in and realizes this ain't Coke. And he's like, he just gulp, and then he's like, and he's like, he's got his bass on and he's like, what the, and just gagging. So I did that.
That's normal. That's normal tour shenanigans.
Yeah. And then when we were on the Holy Rollers tour, I
With some
remember
band.
I would always unplug Andrew's amp.
Andrew
So,
from the W's.
from the W's.
Uh-huh.
So when the W's were up there playing, I forget what started it. He did something to us first. And so
Mhm.
then to get him back.
Those guys were impish. They were into shenanigans.
Yeah. And so my whole thing was like, if you know, like the old the Godfather, you know, you come at me with a fist, I come at you with a knife. You come at me with a knife, I come at you with a gun. So like I remember they did something to us. So I was like, oh, okay. So then in the middle of their show, I climbed between the stage and the drum riser. And there was only maybe like 18 inches. And I like crawled on my belly with my head to the side, like army crawled as slow as I could for what seemed like an hour. It was probably 30 seconds. And I got to behind Andrew's amp and I unplugged it. And then all of a sudden his amp goes out. He's playing his guitar. You are the devil and the devil is bad. And there's no guitar.
Yeah.
And he's like looking and clicking all the foot pedals and nothing. And then he checks and it's unplugged. So he's like, what in the world? So he like plugs it back in and I'm under the drum riser and he doesn't see me. He like plugs it back in. So then I just like unplug it. And so he goes back and he all of a sudden it's not playing again. And he goes, hey, he's like, what the heck? He goes back, he checks and it's unplugged. And he's got to be thinking like, I'm not pulling it. Like, why is this thing unplugging on me? Yeah. I think I did it a third time. And then someone was like, you know, some from the crowd was like, he's doing it. He's doing it. And so then he saw that it was me. Yeah, but I was the one pulling the plug on him. So I did that.
Do you guys remember, was that the tour you guys kept going, where are my dogs at? And you're trying to get people to bark. And it was funny. Do you remember this?
I don't.
The inside joke was your dogs meant your balls. You were like, guys, somehow you had communicated this to us. We're going to say where my dog's at. And we call our dogs, our balls, our dogs. You just kept saying it. And we would laugh to no end. It was so funny. Like, oh, they're talking about their balls.
So crazy. And what's funny is these guys are so crazy. What's funny is listening to what Nate, you know, when you and Nate were talking, and Nate said, you know, just so much stuff being like Midwest kids that were like these youth group kids and we're suddenly in the real world. And we were so like offensive because of, you know, like what we did in the green room, how Nate said people had like duct taped pictures that are like these really cool, like artistic, like tiles of like pinups. Yeah. Guys in the band went around and like duct taped all of them, like to like censor them out and stuff like that. So we went from a band that was like that to like morphing into these like guys that like even to this day, like I feel like the attitude and the way I carried myself the last couple of years of the Insiders is like kind of how I carry myself in real life. Like you have fun, you make people laugh, you know, kind of push the boundaries there. And so when we started, it was night and day to how we finished. And I remember one of the worst things, and saying this, I doubt with our 99 listeners, I doubt they're listening. I had a friend growing up who they were a family that went to our church, and they adopted a daughter who was deaf. And life went on, and they were a great family. And one of the kids, he was a couple years older than me, became a youth pastor, moved to a different state.
One of the kids of this family?
Yeah, the kids of this family.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so the oldest son moved away and was a youth pastor at this big like mega church. Well, he was like, dude, I have an in. I know the insiders. Like, I grew up with their lead singer. He was in, our youth group. I was like his youth leader, all this stuff. So he brings us in. His family shows up, like his mom and dad come in. His adopted sister, she's there. And like I said, she's has like hearing aids and she has hearing issues. So everybody's there. Well, I don't tell the guys in the band because I just didn't think about it that his sister was deaf.
Okay.
So prior to the show, we go back in this room and we're going to have this big dinner. And so the dude's family is all there and they're like, oh, it's so crazy, Joe, to see you here in, say, Colorado, when we all grew up in Michigan and blah, blah, blah. In fact, I think it was Colorado. So we're all sitting around this big old table and we're eating. And his sister's there and she's just quiet. She's just, just enjoying the food and everything like that. And we're all talking and gabbing and whatever. And it finally gets to the point where she pipes up to say something.
Uh-huh.
And as you would expect, someone who's hearing impaired, the sounds that came out of her weren't normal words, weren't normal word sounds.
Yeah.
And they were the noises that somebody who is hearing impaired makes. And she said them very loud. It caught Nate and Bo off guard. Bo, I remember Nate had a mouthful of food and was taking a sip of something and lost it.
Oh, crap.
Lost it. So we're sitting at the table and she, is like, like whatever she says, whatever she was saying to like her parents. And Nate just, whoa. And then Bo did almost the exact same thing. And then it was so uncomfortable that they couldn't keep it together and got the giggles.
Oh, shit.
So I'm sitting there like looking at them, like if you're looking at you're looking at the YouTube, you're watching the video right now. I'm literally sitting there like looking at Bo and Nate like,
guys,
like, get it together, dude. Get it together. It happened so quick. It ruined everything. I've never spoken to that family again.
Oh no, dude.
It ruined the night. The entire night was so uneasy that like this guy had brought us in, and after that, it's like when I remember when the show was done, didn't even see him. Like he didn't even like, hey, great show. Good luck on the rest of your tour. Thanks for coming in. Nothing. Nobody talked to us. And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was a tricky moment that we had to navigate. Just, it was awful. It was awful. And I know it can't be constituted or construed as a dick move because it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, I felt awful. I felt awful.
I'm sure those guys feel awful still.
Oh, absolutely terrible. I remember meeting the night we met Chevelle. Chevelle was like opening for us in Milwaukee at the Lighthouse. And it was Chevelle opened. Then it was, what was Mike Rowe's band? The 77s?
Yeah.
Then it was the 77s and then us. And we were headlining that show. And I just remember Mike Rowe. Now he would be like us, just knows the industry, knows the good, the bad, mostly the bad. He's secure in who he was as a Christian, and he just enjoyed doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
But we saw him as this old curmudgeon that I remember we left there and we were like, pack it in, buddy. Like you got to find something else to do because you got no joy in this. You got, this is the Christian music scene. This is great. This is, so fun. All these people, all these shows, getting to meet all these people. And he's like 45 years old. Just like, I'm done. Like I just remember meeting him and sitting in the back, and he was like restringing his guitar, and he just wanted nothing to do with us. Like he didn't. And when I say nothing to do with us, he was fine with like chit chatting, but like, as Nate pointed out in our thing, in your guys' interview, we didn't know these people. We weren't raised like we didn't know Steve Taylor. Like the guys in our band did not know Steve Taylor, did not know Mike Rowe, did not know Gene Eugene. We didn't know that the cachet that these guys brought. So we like meet the 77s. We're like sitting in the back with them, and they're just like a bunch of like old crusty dudes. And we're like, how are these guys in the Christian music scene? Like these guys are awful. Not knowing that they'd just gone through 25 years of trudging through that garbage,
of building that.
Oh yeah. Of building it. Yeah. Right? And they just been through the ringer, and we're just like, whatever. They just want to make their music and have a good time. And now like we're them, if not worse.
I don't know. I mean, like, are we, I mean, you guys aren't playing anymore. When you do, you're very thankful for it. Like you're thankful for anybody that is there. You seem like that lesson, you're not just like pissed that you're not huge. You're just like, I'm thankful for this today. I get to play a show.
You're right there. You're right there.
I think we're that way too. Like my favorite part of the shows is not the show. It's talking to people afterwards. It's like walking around outside, like talking to people in line. I like that. I do feel very blessed that I get to do it still. If I'm bitter about anything, it's just the guys in my band, because sometimes they're just like, they don't want to try very hard.
Like my favorite thing is performing. Like that was my favorite. I still miss it. I miss it so much. Like doing it at Furnace Fest was so much fun. It was great. I love to be up on stage doing that stuff. And then secondary is interacting with fans. Like being on stage is just so much fun. You got the microphone, all eyes are on you, just having a ton of fun. Then hanging out with the fans. And then after that, it's nothing. Like I hate touring. I hate being on buses. I hate flying. I hate the business. I hate how the sausage is made behind the scenes. Like all of that.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last story that I had is Blindside. And I think we've talked about this before. This is funny because it's kind of come full circle. Is that like the last year that we were together, the first time, 2003, we're supposed to headline the main stage at Cornerstone, like on Saturday night. So like Sunday night, you don't want to headline because it's like the last show. Probably everybody's ducking out. It's not the greatest. But we had finally been given it like the year before or 2 years before we played, and then we opened up for MC Hammer. And I just remember like it was packed all the way to the back when we played. MC Hammer came, they were late, like their thing was skipping, everybody bailed. Like they're just like, okay, that novelty wore off. And so it, like that bowl of whatever that outdoor arena was that backed up to the dam there, it kind of depleted. And in my corrupt heart, or the rest of us, we were just like, oh, look at that. Like we did better than MC Hammer, But then they offered us for our last year, we're breaking up. the headlining spot, and it was like I could be not remembering this right, but to me it seemed like a couple weeks beforehand, Blindside snaked it. Like they were just like, we'll only play if we get that slot. And Cornerstone, notoriously had to have like a general market band in there. So Blindside was like charting in the general market they were on. So they had made a major label or something. So they were going to do this. And then Cornerstone was like, okay, we got our band, and they only wanted that night. So they wouldn't do it the night before or the night after. So they snaked it out from under us, and we were like, those punk asses. So like, just so pissed about it. And like, I kind of stayed bitter about that. Like, just like, why did you do that? It wasn't a planned out thing, like probably they booked Cornerstone in the fall before, or at least in the spring. It was within weeks or maybe a month that we lost that slot. And we were just like, oh, so bummed. Like that was going to be our biggest show. At least headlining, Yeah. And I've carried this grudge ever since. And I joke about it, like trying to get the guys from Blindside to fight me. I don't really want to fight anybody, guys, just for the record, but like I would joke about it from stage when we played Furnace Fest. And then this year they played Furnace Fest with us. I think both times we played, they played. And both times I've been like, come on, fight us. The singer, like we're friends with a mutual friend. So this guy's like, I'm calling the singer right now. See if they'll come down here and fight you guys. And he called the guy and handed me the phone. And he was the nicest guy. He just was laughing. I was like, are you going to come down and fight us? And he was like, yes, we will come down there and fight you. You are the funniest band. We love you. We love you guys so much. Thank you. And I was like, oh, crap, man. All this time, I've held on to this bitterness. And this dude is super nice.
Did you bring that up?
No.
Did you bring it up to him?
You know what? Who cares? Like, who?
Well, no, because that's what I'm thinking. Like, if you were like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then they had like a perfectly good explanation.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
only
the
reason
perfectly good explanation is their management was like, this isn't worth it to us unless we can have that slot. And Cornerstone's like, okay, we need it. Like maybe they took a pay cut, or maybe they were just like, Five Iron is cool. They'll move their stuff around. And of course we did. Yeah. So but like, it's so stupid that I held on to it that long. Like it was kind of joking, but I also kind of wanted to confront him with it. And now I'm just like, what? Why?
We could do next week's paid about grudges that I've held because of stuff that happened with the Insiders 25 years ago.
We should do it next week.
And then I've just had to like let go of.
Yeah. I have a new one with the Ataris that I have to let go of.
Oh yeah. Let's hear next week. Grudges.
Okay.
Let's pop this blow stand. Get out of here. I want to jump in the hot tub with hides.
Sweet. I'm not going to jump in mine because it's 55 degrees.
And it's full of cat pee.
Yep. Love you, dude.
Love you too, buddy. Same.
Okay. I'll see you next Tuesday.
All right. See you next Tuesday.